Hello everyone. So far we have discussed the nomenclature of open chain compounds. Now from this video we will be discussing about the nomenclature of closed ring systems. We already discussed that hydrocarbons have been classified into two categories: open chain compounds and closed ring systems. See here, the nomenclature of these open chain compounds we have already discussed, and from this video we will be discussing about the nomenclature of closed ring systems. So these closed ring systems, they have been further classified into homocyclic compounds and heterocyclic compounds. So these homocyclic compounds further classified into saturated and unsaturated, whereas these heterocyclic compounds also they are further classified into saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. These unsaturated compounds, unsaturated homocyclic compounds, based on one special character which we call as aromaticity, they have been further classified into aromatic compounds and non-aromatic compounds. These aromatic compounds again, they have been classified into benzenoid compounds, non-benzenoid compounds. So here these heterocyclic compounds also, based on the property what we call aromaticity, they are classified into aromatic compounds and non-aromatic compounds. So this is the classification of closed ring systems. So till the last video we have discussed the classification of these open chain compounds and the nomenclature of these open chain compounds. So from this video we will be discussing about the nomenclature of closed ring systems. So these closed ring systems or closed ring hydrocarbons, they have been classified into these many groups. Okay, so we will start with nomenclature of homocyclic closed ring systems. So in the classification we have seen that closed ring hydrocarbons, they have been classified into homocyclic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic hydrocarbons. What do we mean by homocyclic hydrocarbons? See, homocyclic hydrocarbons means in these compounds the ring system is made up of only one type of atom. Say for example, this is a cyclic compound. This compound will be represented in generally like this. So this is a cyclic compound, and this cyclic compound, it is made up of carbon atom, only one type of atom. So such kind of atoms or compounds can be called as homocyclic compounds. So heterocyclic compounds means the ring system, it will be made up of more than one atom. This type of atoms will be called as heterocyclic compounds. So now we are discussing about homocyclic ring systems, homocyclic compounds. How to name these homocyclic compounds? So we will consider the same example. This compound we are considering. So we have already discussed that while naming the straight chain hydrocarbons, we have seen some rules. So in the first, we have to select the parent chain. Then we have to select prefix. We have to select suffix. Okay, so this is the main part. We have to select a prefix and we have to select a suffix. So by adding this prefix and suffix, we will be getting the name of the compound. And we have already discussed about some prefixes and some suffixes which were recommended by or which were prescribed by International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. So the prefixes we have are if the compound is made up of one carbon atom, or if the compound contains one carbon atom, the prefix meth will be used. 2 carbon atoms, prefix eth will be used. 3 carbon atoms, prop. 4 carbon atoms, but. So these are the prefixes, general prefixes we will be using to name the compounds containing respective number of carbon atoms. From the compound containing 5 carbon atoms, from here we will be using Greek numericals as the prefixes. If the compound contains 5 carbon atoms, the prefix pent will be used. 6 carbon atoms, prefix hex will be used. 7 carbon atoms, hept. 8 carbon atoms, oct. 9 carbon atoms, non. 10 carbon atoms, dec. 11 carbon atoms, undec. 12 carbon atoms, dodec. 13 carbon atoms, tridec. 14 carbon atoms, tetradec. 15 carbon atoms, pentadec. 16 carbon atoms, hexadec, etc., etc., etc. Like this, depending upon the number of carbon atoms the compound contains, respective prefixes we will be using. Coming to the suffixes, we have if the compound is saturated. That means if the compound contains single bond, then suffix "an" will be used. If the compound contains double bond, suffix "in" will be used. If the compound contains triple bond, suffix "ein" will be used. So these are the prefixes and suffixes which we have seen while discussing about the nomenclature of open chain compounds, straight chain ring systems, straight chain compounds. Okay, so now how to name these closed ring systems? So here, for naming these closed ring systems also, we will be following the same rule. We have to select a prefix first, and we have to select a suffix, and we have to add both the prefixes and suffixes. But the only thing here we have to remember is, to name any closed ring system, we have to consider whether the system is unsaturated or saturated. We have to check first whether the ring is unsaturated or saturated. Then we have to count the number of carbon atoms that ring contains, as it is homocyclic ring system. Okay, so we have to count the number of carbon atoms the ring system contains. So here, if we consider this this compound, we have 6 carbon atoms in this compound. That means this ring system is made up of 6 carbon atoms. So the straight chain compound containing 6 carbon atoms, how we name a straight chain compound containing 6 carbon atoms? To name a straight chain compound that contains 6 carbon atoms, we have to select a prefix that represents the size of the compound, and we have to select a suffix that represents the nature of the compound. So by combining both prefix and suffix, we will be getting the name of the compound. So to name a straight chain compound, we are selecting a prefix, we are selecting a suffix, and we are adding both prefix and suffix. So here, to name these closed ring systems also, we will be doing the same. So how many number of carbon atoms a closed ring system contains, we have to select first. Then after counting the number of carbon atoms, respective open chain compound, that means here 6 carbon atoms are present. So the respective open chain compound, that means how many carbon atoms are present in the closed ring system. So the same number of carbon atoms, okay, the open chain compound containing the same number of carbon atoms, what name we will be giving to the compound that contains same number of carbon atoms. So that same name will be given, and the name will be prefixed with cyclo. That means to name a closed ring system, we will be checking the open chain compound contains the same number of carbon atoms, and we will be naming that open chain compound. Then the name will be prefixed with a word cyclo. Okay, so this compound contains 6 carbon atoms, and the respective open chain compound will be named as hexane, and as it is the closed ring system, we will be prefixing a word cyclo okay, to the parent name. So the name of this compound will be cyclohexane. So we will see some more examples. So while naming these closed ring systems, we should keep in mind that the compound that contains the same number of, the open chain compound that contains the same number of carbon atoms, that name we have to select, and that name will be prefixed with a word cyclo. Okay, so this is the simple cyclic hydrocarbon. This compound contains 3 carbon atoms. So if the respective open chain compound contains 3 carbon atoms, will be named as propane. So as it is containing 3 carbon atoms, prefix prop will be used, and as it has only single bonds, suffix ane is used. So the name of the compound will be propane. So the respective cyclic compound, to name this, we will be using a prefix cyclo. To the name of the respective open chain hydrocarbon, a word cyclo will be prefixed to name the respective closed ring compound. So this compound will be named as cyclopropane. This compound will be named as cyclobutane because 4 carbon atoms are present. 4 carbon atoms are present, so we will be calling it as cyclobutane. And this compound is named as cyclopentane. If 6 carbon atoms are present, then that will be named as cyclohexane. Like this, to name any closed ring hydrocarbon, we have to select the respective open chain hydrocarbon, and that name of respective open chain hydrocarbon will be prefixed with a word cyclo to name the closed ring systems. So this is about nomenclature of saturated closed ring systems. So what if unsaturation is present? So this saturated closed ring system contains 3 carbon atoms, so it is named as cyclopropane. So let us consider and unsaturation is present. So here we can write the respective open chain hydrocarbon as like this. So this compound will be prefixed with pro as it contains 3 carbon atoms, and as it has one double bond, the suffix "ene" will be used. Okay, so the name of the compound will be propene. See here, this compound is the closed ring compound, and this closed ring hydrocarbon, for this closed ring hydrocarbon, this will be the respective open chain hydrocarbon. This open chain hydrocarbon is given a name propene as it contains 3 carbon atoms and 1 double bond. Okay, as it is having 3 carbon atoms and a double bond, this compound is named as propene. And we have discussed that to name any cyclic hydrocarbon, we will be selecting the respective open chain hydrocarbon, and we will prefix the name cyclo to the name of that respective open chain hydrocarbon. So here the respective open chain hydrocarbon for this compound is propene, and this name has to be prefixed with the word cyclo, and the name of the compound will be cyclopropene. See, while naming these open chain hydrocarbons that are unsaturated, that contains unsaturation, we already discussed that these unsaturations has to be designated with numericals. So the position of unsaturation has to be designated with numericals. So here the name of the compound will be 1, 2, 3, 5 carbon atoms are present. So 1 pentene. Like this, we have seen the naming of open chain hydrocarbons. So the same rule will be applicable for these closed ring systems also. While naming these closed ring systems, we have to designate the unsaturations with the numericals, and while giving numbering, we should keep in mind that the carbon atom that contains the unsaturation should get the least possible number. So the numbering will start from here, 1, 2, 3. Like this, we will be giving the numbering. See, if we give numbering like this, then the first carbon atom will be having the unsaturation, and the third carbon atom will be having the unsaturation. So here the number 2 is less than number 3, and hence according to the rule, the carbon atom that is having unsaturation should get the least possible number. So we will be numbering the compound like this, 1, 2, 3. So the name of the compound will be propene. Like this, we will be giving the name to the compound. So let us consider one more example. So the name of this compound will be cyclobutene. This will be the name of the compound. So we will consider another example. So here the compound is having 5 carbon atoms and it is having 1 unsaturation. So the name of the compound will be cyclopent-1-ene. Like this, we will be naming the compounds. So what if the compound contains multiple unsaturations? Okay. If the compound contains multiple unsaturations, let us say like this. In this condition, what we will do? So as we have done in case of open chain hydrocarbons, okay, here also to represent the number of unsaturations we will be using the prefixes di, tri, tetra, etc. So the prefix di indicates 2, tri indicates 3, tetra indicates 4. If two same type of unsaturations are present, the prefix di will be used. If 3 same type of unsaturations are present, prefix tri is used. 4 same type of unsaturations are present, prefix tetra is used. So here 2 same types of unsaturations are present, so the prefix di is used. So the name of the compound will be cyclobuta 1,3-diene. So like this we will be naming the compound. We will see one more example. So in this case, this compound is having 5 carbon atoms. So cyclopenta, first carbon is having unsaturation and third carbon is having unsaturation, 1,3 diene. So like this we will be naming the compounds. So how we will name this compound? We have to number the compound, then as it is having 6 carbon atoms, hexa, cyclohexa, 1, 3, 5 triene. Because it is having 3 unsaturations, tri, the prefix tri will be used before the name of the unsaturation. So like this we will be naming the unsaturated compounds. So this is about how we will name the simple closed ring systems. Okay, so the simple or single closed ring systems. So here we have to keep in mind that to name a closed ring system, simple or single ring system, we have to write the respective open chain hydrocarbon name, and this respective hydrocarbon name has to be prefixed with a word cyclo. Okay, that may be an alkane or alkene. We have to write the respective open chain hydrocarbon name, and that respective open chain hydrocarbon name has to be prefixed with the word cyclo. Then we will be getting the name of the closed ring systems. Okay, so this is about how we will be naming a simple closed ring systems or a single closed ring systems. In the next video we will be discussing about the nomenclature of fused ring systems. Thank you.